We are live. Yep. Hello, everyone watching today. I welcome you all to this first episode of Abhivyakti, the official podcast of ENACTUS Gemtech. This is the first ever initiative that we made in terms of COVID. I think COVID hit us all, and exploring virtual options to engage with the audience and create awareness is important. And I think podcast is one of the options that we took. So, welcome everyone to the first episode of Enactus Gemtech official podcast, Abhivyakti. So, just anyone who wants to know about what is Abhivyakti. Abhivyakti means expressing oneself. So, what's the main motive of this podcast? The main motive of this podcast is to make creative minds come and express themselves, express about the situation that we are facing, express about the ideology which we are having right now, express about things that we are having right now in this society, and talk about them, talk about the ideas that they are having, talk about their thoughts, and discuss and take things at a high level. So I welcome our first guest, Christian Ortiz, who is a human capital consultant at Deloitte. Along with that, he has a organization called Learn and Share English. Welcome, Ortiz. How are you?
Thank you, Ray. Thank you for the invitation, and hello, everybody. Greetings from Peru. So I'm very happy to be here, and I'm very happy to share some insight and some part of my story. So thank you again for that kind invitation.
Thank you so much, Ortiz. So this is a big day for Enactus Chemtech. Today we are launching, not just launching our first podcast, but also launching other things as well. So over to Aditya for the launch of our website. Over to you, Aditya.
Thank you so much, Abe. Very warm welcome to all the listeners and to Mr. Ortiz. My name is Aditya Chatterjee. I'm the Director of Projects and Technical Operations for our organization, ENACTUS Gemtech. I've been a member of ENACTUS Gemtech since its inception, and I've seen with my own eyes the progress we have made in such a short amount of time. But it has not always been a sunny day all along. There were, in fact, a few days to count when a task seemed to be impossible to do, where like when an idea would not work even after hours of brainstorming, or just imagining to participate in national competition back then, despite being the least experienced team. But we decided to persevere. We broke through all the odds, and now I'm elated to see where we actually stand. One such roadblock in our journey was the COVID-19 pandemic. An organization whose sole aim was to interact with the community and find solutions to their problem can now no longer connect to the people. This lockdown took our power of interaction. But like I mentioned before, we have a habit of persevering. But this time we thought of taking some help from technology. From here came the idea to build a website. We have the necessary skills, all our members are talented, so why not? Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, I take the liberty to introduce the culmination of our hard work and sweat, and hereby launch the official website of ENACTUS Gemtech, which gives us back the power to interact and help the community. And it, I guess, perfectly vocalizes our mindset too, that is to transform, transcend, and transpire, to continuously evolve and accept the changes and always strive to get on the next level. By this, I would also like to take this moment to thank Rakhi Vishwakarma, Piyush Khurana, and Agabjot Singh. These were the members who were the part of my tech team, and without them, the website would not have been completed. I would also like to thank our editor-in-chief, Shweta Singh, and the content team for providing us with the beautiful content for the website. And also, before I forget, Sanjana, Arshi, and Shivangi for all the SEO work. I'm really proud of what we have achieved together. Okay. Thank you so much for having me, Abhay. and Mr. Ortiz. Now I will request our editor-in-chief, Ms. Shweta Singh, to take the dais and inaugurate our first annual journal, the Gazette. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Aditya. Thank you so much. First of all, very warm evening, everyone. I'm Shweta Singh, honored to be editor in chief of ENACTUS Gemtech, and a big thank you to Sir Mr. Cristhian Ortiz, sir, for his presence. I'm glad to have this moment, and it will be an unforgettable moment of my life. Honestly, to be a member of ENACTUS Gemtech is an overwhelming assimilation of my college life. Working on a common project with distinct brains and contrasting ideas and accomplishing it with best of known has inculcated a fellowship quality within me. Though I'm leading a team now, but still I feel myself in the learning phase. So I think it's worth for me, and even every person present here can feel it. We as a team spent countless hours and reiterate to bring a positive revolution in the society by having our hands on various creative projects. I'm really delighted to share that our team members worked hard to come up with our amazing annual journal of Enactus Gemtech 2020 to be launched. So, presenting you all the Gazette, the maiden voyage of Enactus Gemtech. So now everyone can have a free ride of this exciting journey through this. Am I right? Our team surely has that one minimum requirement of teamwork that can get every job done the right way. I fully believe that we are supposed to show not to tell, and in my opinion, we have done it and are still doing it to the best of our reach. And now I'm going to mark all those names behind this indelible work. So, firstly, I would like to take this opportunity to acknowledge my gratitude to Vaishnavi Singh, President of Enactus Gemtech, Abhay Chopra, Vice President of Enactus Gemtech, whose proficient graphic skills has taken this journal to next level, and Arth Nangia, Directorate of Enactus Gemtech, and Aditya Chatterjee, Director of Projects and Technical Operations. Thank you guys for being a constant support throughout this work. I would like to give my thanks to Rashi Bharti, also Director of Public Relations of Enactus Gemtech, who served the testimonials of such great personalities that really marked this organization to such another level. I must mention a deep sense of appreciation to them also. So, first is Neha Bharti, Assistant Executive Engineer of ONGC, Anmol Singh, founder of Rising People of Social Welfare, Advocate Himanjali Gautam, Advocate of Supreme Court of India, Abhishek Tripathi, founder of Munch, National Speakers of Assembly, Shrishti Giri, Technical Manager of Akamai Technologies of USA, Anuj, former Content Head of Enactus Gentech, and Kamshad Mohsin, Legal Associates of Pawan Duggal Associates. Actually, adding their signatures to this organization made this success really evident. And I would like to extend my thanks to all my members, all my team members who work day in and out for this. Are Minakshi Pandey, Devardhan Chauhan, Mahima Satya, Ashika Jain, Riya Dutt, Harshpreet Kaur, and Tripti Madan. They are not only my members, they are assets to me. Concluding with this, I will always remember and cherish my work experience and association with enactors after my college life. Thank you all.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Shweta and Aditya, for being here and launching these great. I think this day would be counted as one of the biggest achievement in actors history. Not just one, not just two. We are launching three major things which will be accounted for a long time for us. And I think these are not just achievements for us. I think this is our work. This is what we have done. This is what we have achieved after so much of hard work, not just our hard work, the hard work of a lot of members who uh, have been a part of this organization directly or indirectly. All the people who have helped us, the ideas they have put in, the faculty members, the faculty advisor, the each and every, I think, member has put in some or the other effort that has made us come here at the end. Yeah, so thank you both for being here and launching these things. Yeah,
Thank you so much, Abhi.
thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Hello, yeah. How are you, Christian? Hello, everyone. So we are starting our the first episode of our podcast. Welcome to Abhivyakti, the expression of creative minds, the official podcast of ENACTUS Gemtech. Today, we have a very, very, very special guest, Christian Ortiz, who is here from all the way from Peru. And as I told you, he is a human capital consultant at Deloitte. Along with that, he has an organization called Learn and Share English. Uh, I think just not me introducing Otis would not be fair. So, Otis, over to you. Do you want to share a story or something that might represent you and yourself and your personality that help our audience understand who you are?
Thank you. Thank you, Abby. To me, it's a great honor to be here. My name is Cristhian Ortiz. I'm a psychologist and a social entrepreneur. I'm currently leading Learn and Share English, which is a social project. We provide free English classes to children from 6 to 15 years old. So far, we have more than 100 volunteers around Peru and 16 countries in South America. So I'm very delighted to be and to make an impact, a positive impact in my society. So I'm a senior consultant at Deloitte. I love everything related to human and how to develop and to be an exponential professional. So personally, I seek to generate a positive impact on society. My professional goals are to with solving the social problem of my country through initiatives that promote democracy, civic courage, and collaboration, especially to solve the challenge that my country has faced historically. So during my life career, I've been working on my own leadership skills through continual and diverse learning. I think diversifying of learning experience is a great way to get different kind of inspiration and different kind of people who can work together to make action that matters. So a part of me, I'm studying not only in Peru, but also in Colombia and in Canada. So I have a lot of stories that today we are going to share with you. So I'm very happy to be here, Ati.
That's great. That's great. Not only you have an experience from just a single country, you have an experience of education, culture. You have experienced different sides of the world. I think that perspective is really needed in this particular podcast and this particular journey. And I think within the next few minutes, we really can get a grasp of what kind of you experienced in your whole life journey towards different aspects. So yeah, so let's just start with the first question. Like, you are working as a human capital consultant at Deloitte, and along with that, you have an organization who is not just like in this one country. Around in a lot of places, and a lot of volunteers are there, and it's a very big organization. So one of the things that I really wanted to ask, like, how, why, like, firstly, how, and why did you really came up with teaching people English? Like that's kind of a thing. We think that it's very basic. A lot of people don't put it out and take it as an initiative. I think, like, why did you do it and how the process got in? And the second part of this question I really want to ask, for personally I want to ask, is that like, how do you handle these both two? Like, because I think it's a lot of work, not just like from professionally and then this organization. Like, how do you handle this kind of things? Yeah.
Hmm. Okay. Wow, that's a very good question, Abby. Why? Because I truly believe education uh, give us the possibility to get a better society. So that's why I decided to start making Learn and Share English. We started with 11 volunteers from different parts of Lima and some cities around Peru. It was very hard at the beginning, because it was just one purpose. We have time, and we have a lot of desire to make a positive impact. So over there, I start working a lot with this team, trying to design the best part of the program, how to attract the professor, because we have teachers, English teacher from a lot of experience, who give us their time during two times a week for teaching English by Google Meet or Zoom. So we have an inspirational quote, which is make English accessible to everyone. Can you imagine when you are a little kid and you want to learn a new language, but you didn't have the money and even though the possibility to learn? So that's why I was part of that kid in my early childhood. So that's why I decided to take action of that to provide opportunities from different childrens around Peru and 16 countries in South America. We already have two programs in English. It takes 4 months in order to fulfillment all the process. So for the second program, there were more than 11,000 children who applied for a place. So for the second program, we have 500 places, but we add more effort and we provide 650 places for many kids around Peru and countries in South America. So I truly believe if we decided to make action, if we really want to change our context, we need to start making the first step. Because the thing is about today, it's not about tomorrow. The future is now. It's about what you want to give to your society. I know time is hard. We live in the middle of a pandemic. I know we didn't have many options to make something, but if you really have a dream and if you really want to do it, you just need to get that perseverance and start following your own path. So I decided to do it. I'm very happy this week we finished the second program. We are going to launch the third one in the first quarter of the next year. So we are more than 100 volunteers from students, professionals, teachers, many people who is part of this program just for that sharing purpose, which is making English accessible to everyone. Adi.
That's great to hear, because I think one of the learnings that I really got from this is that uh, we don't have to search for problems to find a solution. Like, for example, like you said, like in your case, the problem you faced, you wanted to solve it for other kids. So kind of people have to retrospect on themselves, like what kind of problems they face, and if they really want to change the world, they should just go forward with the plan and just do it, I think. mm.
Yes, especially in this time with innovation is part of our daily basis. So instead of looking for a solution, just fall in love with a problem, understand it, get all the attention, study, read about that, ask the people and start discovering what does the problem means for anyone. So that's why you have all the resources available to create a great product or a great solution. So this is one of my recommendation. If anyone just want to decide to make something, begins with the problems, study carefully, learn about it, get all the information possible from the problem, and then jump into the solution.
Definitely, definitely. I think these kind of retrospect might help the audience who are listening, and uh, let them know that there are people who are trying to make English accessible, and starting with the program you just said, like 11,000 registration is a huge number. Getting them on the first program and just trying the best to make English accessible. The problem you faced, you don't want the other kids to face it as well. You want to solve it. You took the initiative, and now the program is running. So I think these kind of things really motivate, not just me, a lot of other who are watching, and who will be listening to this on different platforms. I think this will be a great step for them. Okay, so going on to the new next question, I think one of the things that you are motivated about making English accessible to everyone and making people learn English, and I think it is very good because English is the kind of the official language of the world, and it's really important to have a grasp on English, learn English from the root level, because I really feel that you teach students from 6 to 15. I think students who learn at that age kind of then makes it a routine and then learns for the future. Uh, One of the questions that I really want to ask is, in this post-COVID era, what are the major steps to reskill or upskill ourselves, and how can we upgrade our self-learning plan? What do you think, like, uh, people should change in this post-COVID era, like, because COVID has changed a lot of things? What's your view upon that?
Well, number one, you need to know that the professional approach consider the dynamic of the nature of jobs and the dynamic of the potential of people. So why? Because we need to reinvent. We are facing a new way of living, a new reality. So the place of upskilling and reskilling are important. How we just don't need to see our background. We need to develop different skills and to face different kind of experience in order to get a whole picture of any kind of business or any kind of entrepreneur situation. So upskilling and reskilling are very important from anyone. So to do that, we need to focus on building our resilience. Resilience is key in order to find different ways for developing or learn new concepts for our job. So resilience is not is just is about we acknowledge, we learn, we respond, and we rise above the chaos. So if we truly believe that we can learn anything, we can do it. We have all the resources available on internet. We can ask many people what is important in different positions. For instance, the abilities in technology are required for companies. If you feel is human resource, you need to know about technology. If you feel is in logistic or in supply, you need to know about solution in technology. It's all about technology. So we need to start living in a learning process every day. Every time you need to find a new way of learning. This is the main skill for the future and of course for the present, because our spirit of learning, it should be available 24/7. So every time when you go to bed, just ask yourself what I learned today,
Hmm.
and why. Always ask why, because that provides you a great opportunity to ask yourself how big if you is your is how you are working and you are growing in your career. Mhm.
I really get that because just before this going live, we were talking about you knowing four languages, and you told that resilience is the thing that you really follow to make it possible. And I think that skill is really important nowadays because not just the competition that is in the market or that is in the industry right now, but also this thing not only just works on the professional level, on a personal level as well. Resilience and learning is a great way to go forward, and I think I really agree with the plan that in this post-COVID era, resilience is one of the skills that should be marked as one of the compulsory skills that everyone should be able to have. So yeah, in the next question I really want to ask, like, so in this COVID time, everyone is facing challenges, and everyone is suffering from a lot of things. What kind of obstacles or what kind of challenges did you face as the CEO and founder of Learn and Share English? And because I think education was a major thing that got a boost because everyone was teaching them offline, or the curriculum was designed like that, and suddenly we got a break and we had to move to online mode. And how did it impact, and how did you like try to cover it up? And yeah.
Mhm. Learn and share English. One of the key values of that is innovation. So that's why since the first day we decided to use a new methodology for teaching. This is flipped classroom. Flipped classroom, it's a method that you combine two aspects of a learning process. The first one is the asynchronic time, where the children have the possibility to learn before the class. We provided all the resource, exercise, concept, videos that the student need to learn by autonomy before the class. So the second part is the synchronic class, is the real class, where it's not about the normal class where you get all the information and you are just listen to without any kind of interaction. In this part, in this synchronic part, we just jump into the exercise, into the applying the knowledge that you previously learned. So that's why the way how the students learn is differently and is exponential too. So we decided to apply it in a remote way, and it works. We are very happy that more than 600 students from 16 countries apply this method. That teachers learn, that the teacher have a process of upskilling and reskilling to learn the new way of teaching. And we are very happy because we see the time is efficiently. So it's not about one long class, very boring. No, it's about to have fun. It's about to learn different situations, to apply your knowledge, to be more active, to ask, to interact with your friends, and have the possibility to be happy at the class, because we believe happiness is one of the key aspects for getting the goals of your learning process. That's why in Learn and Share English, we continuously get any kind of feedback from the students, from the volunteer, from the professors, because we believe if we hear it and we apply it and we learn from that, we can improve our solution and we can improve the product and the program. It could be better.
That's really insightful. The idea of having both the pre-recorded videos, which we call it as, and then making them execute it, practice it. So I think that learning platform, that learning methodology, is kind of one of the great ways to make people learn uh, by their own pace, and then eventually practice it. And I think that's kind of the way each and everyone should revise and start learning. And I think that's really important. That's a really great initiative that you took. Yeah. So the next I really want to go into more professional, more your HR side than the human capital side. I really want to ask, like, what do you think due to COVID-19, the responsibilities, like, do you think like due to this COVID-19, the responsibilities as an HR or the human capital has increased? Like, is there any like difference in that, the pre-COVID and post-COVID era?
Wow, the the COVID changed everything. Changed the way how we work. Changed the way how we think that how the works. It's very funny, but at the same time, we need to realize that the challenge that we face in companies are tremendously different. The system of engagement, the process of leading without seeing, is important. So today we see a different context where the communication available, it should be developed efficiently, where you need to listen carefully to understand the other one, where you need to learn exponentially. It means you need to learn every time, where empathy is one of the main aspects to have in mind. So this context provide us and give us the possibility to rethink the way we are working. Why, how, when, and also why not to change
Mm,
everything. So I strongly believe that one of the main aspects that we need to increase and develop in our social activities is resilient and adapt. You need to be able to adapt to different kind of situation, to deal with different people, especially in this context, because the way how we work is going to be most of the people, we are going to continue working remotely. Some people is going to be go in a real situation, but some people is going to mix half and half,
mm,
and you need to get some adaptation in that kind of background, in that kind of context. So, and also in the other hand, to be resilient in order to not only to value why is happening to me that, but also to have the power and the possibility to learn fast and make mistake, but also learn fast too and respond fast too. So it's a big lesson that we are getting from this part of the COVID area, Ati.
yeah, I, the idea of adaptivity, I think, is really important, and because I think just COVID hit, nobody knew that COVID would come and the pandemic would be there, and the adaptation was really difficult. And the transition made a lot of things, like if someone had a plan, it got postponed, and a lot of things that happened, a lot of people suffered from it. And I think adaptivity is one of the key things that everyone should be able to learn or look over or retrospect on. And one of the things that you said about empathy, as a student, I think I have talked to a lot of CEOs and a lot of entrepreneurs and everybody. I think everybody says about empathy like it's a very big thing. Everybody should be empathic, and everybody should have the empathy quality in them, so that they really connect with the people, they really get to know. I think right now the working environment has really changed. I think before it used to be very professional, and I think as we are moving on, the millennial generation is coming towards the industry, and I think the idea of working, the idea of industry has changed. And I think the working environment has changed. The empathy is a good factor. Connecting with your employees and employers is really important, I think, nowadays. Being open to them, and I think this kind of increase the efficiency and the productivity in a lot of ways. Uh, yeah, I think these things are really important. Yeah.
Mhm, mhm.
So the next question I really want to ask, I think all the audience out there, or most of the audience, really want to know about what kind of, like, this question would really help them out. What kind of the skills do you think the HR market will be requiring post COVID? Like, what do you think should be the requirement for becoming an HR?
Mhm. Number one, it's about to start learning without any problem with technology. Technology is one of the key aspects that we need to know, how to use it, and how to add value through technology. The second one, it's about the social skills related to communication and effective communication, because in this pandemic, we realized that we have more meetings and we have a lot of time spending time in front of a device. But the real thing is that you need to communicate effectively. Just say what, how, and why exactly, if a time control. So this is the second one that you need to focus on. The third one is about team working. You need to develop and get results in a community, in a group, because just as a team we can get more options and more solutions and more outcomes instead of working individually. And the fourth one is about to decision taking. So you need to focus on carefully in what alternative for a solution you could be available to choose it, and make an impact in the way that you are operating. And the fifth one, it's about more related to leadership, but not a common leadership. Is a leadership which makes an impact, not only in the results of the company, but also in the society. We need to realize that we live in a context that influence our decision, influence the way how we work, and we need to be part of that. We need to start making action, provide different solution, and to start caring about that, because it's our society, it's our planet. So we need to be actively part of the future of our countries.
Yeah, I totally agree. Like, I think not just HR, I think each and every field's requirement kind of changed post COVID, because a lot of things got to virtual, and as you said, communication was is now becoming like communicating yourself virtually clear as well is really important. And I think these qualities would really like make your profile stand out and really make you somewhat a better candidate than others, and I think this is really important for them. So one of the last questions I really want to ask is, what do you think as an human capital consultant at Deloitte about the future of HR post COVID? Like, what's the future of HR post COVID?
Wow, that's a really good one. It's more about to take decision based on data. We live in a data world, so we have the possibility now to find different resource of information from different different situations. So the future of HR is to take action with that information in order to predict different scenarios and different situations in order to make a positive impact. Also, HR, like Dave already said, HR is not about HR, it's about the company.
Hmm.
So everyone has the DNA of HR. Leaders, employees, personnel, all of the people has the responsibility to take care the human side of the company. You know, they share the same culture, the same value, and we need to take action at the same level. It's not about just one department. It's about everyone. So if we really want to make a positive impact in our companies, being part of the HR department, it's about to see what is the outcomes of the company, to make initiative related to those outcomes, and to really focus on to come through those obstacles. So many traditional companies believe that HR is just one department, which made transversal activities like personal administration or like contracts, stuff like that. But this was one side of HR. HR is more about a strategic agent for changing the company and for getting the outcomes that they desire. So that's why HR is everything, and everything is HR.
I think the last line put it all, that everything is, because I think, uh, as per my knowledge, I think everybody needs to, as you said, everybody needs to have the HR quality to maintain a particular environment in the company. I think that's always good for everyone, and that kind of brings out the best in each and everyone. Um, I think, like, you cleared it out, and your insights were really, really nice on all the questions. One of the last things that was like really meant, and I always kept it a surprise for you. Do you wanna give a two-piece word or two-piece gem advice to the audience looking, listening anywhere, looking at the live or listening somewhere, after this getting on the podcast? Like, what is a two-piece of advice that you really wanna give to the audience listening out there?
Wow, that's a very good question too.
Mm.
I just want to tell a bit context of this advice.
Yeah.
Uh, during my college freshman year, I took a class in motivational psychology, in which I learned a key concept that I still applying to my day, which is assume excellence as a wave of life. So in that year, when I learned that quote, that lesson, I was informed that of a university sponsored an exchange program. So I saw for more information from my department, but I was repeated by many different people that it would be nearly impossible to get any chance to be part of that scholarship. However, I held on the goal and researched the requirements, one of which was to have the highest grade for the next 2 years of college. So I persistently fought for my academic excellence. I managed to get the highest grades in the class of more than 100 students, and I got through my steps of the selection process. I eventually won the scholarship and was able to study in Colombia, where I had the opportunity to meet exceptional people and professionals with whom I continue to develop my projects to this day. So what is the lesson from this story? Is that if you really want to do something, assume excellence as a way of life. Try your best, even though it doesn't care that the outcome, it doesn't care what you get. But the most important thing is that how many experience you get from that. Remember, if you make a mistake, it could be a mistake for today, but it could be a lesson for tomorrow. So just do it. Don't overthink about if I need to do that, what happened. Life is about to make mistakes. So if you want to start your own company, if you want to study an MBA program in another country, if you want to make a project in your community, and you are start thinking and thinking and thinking, and you didn't know what to do, I say it, just do it. Try your best until you say, okay, I do it all what I can. I do it. I can do anything else. So even though that, you get a lot of information and you get a lot of experience for that. So this is my first lesson that I want to share with you. And the second one is to remember that the future is now. Remember, don't let anything to tomorrow. Just do it today. If you want to study something, start looking for information, start looking for professional courses and stuff like that. If you want to learn a new language, start looking for what you need to learn. If you want to make a positive impact, do it now, because it's about now. There is no yesterday, there is no tomorrow. It's only today, and it's about decision. So what is the most important thing? Is that you have the decision now. So I truly recommend you remember always the future is now.
That's That's really really embarking, and I think these kind of advice that future is now, and we always have to assume. One of the things that I really want to share is that uh, I really believe in that excellence thing is that a lot of times we as people feel that we can't do something, but we try it, not today, not tomorrow, not 10 days later, but I think someday in the future you will get that. It's just the matter of time, it's just the matter of persistence. You don't have to lose the hope, and just try your best. It might be possible you could you just have to try some or the other day you will get that. You just have to be persistent, I think. And I think
Yeah.
about the future, a lot of people, I think one of the two issues here, I think indirectly comes up around this, is that people overthink about their decisions. People overthink a lot. I think these things really impact people. Overthink about what will happen tomorrow if I do this today. Just live in today, just do it today. Let's see what happens tomorrow. I think this is one of the factors that should be kept in each and everyone's mind, because for just me, let's take an example of me. A lot of times I think that I want to do this thing today, but what I'm thinking is, if I do this today, will something happen due to this particular thing tomorrow? I think this particular mentality or this particular thinking strategy should be opted less, instead of, I think, just I think these two can be interacted. These two advice can be interacted in a way that try your best today, not tomorrow. Give your excellence today, not tomorrow. I think because
Mhm.
today you are feeling what you are feeling, not tomorrow. I think this is really important, and I think these things will be really, really uh, embarking for each and everyone looking out there for this podcast. So we are at the end of this podcast. Thank you so much, Christian Otis, for being here and embarking each and everyone with your thoughts, ideology, and embarking us and giving us a path to this beautiful journey that we are going to live for the near future. And being here on this launch was like a really great uh, I think experience for each one of us who is watching online, or for just me. Before we even talked, and a lot of experiences came out, and I think these kind of conversations make us feel connected even when we are in the COVID era. I think these are really important. Thanks everyone who is watching online, the previous team of ENACTUS Gemtech, for making this thing possible. Because without you, we wouldn't be here today. The newsletter just embarks or just showcases your journey in the best possible way can. And I think this COVID put a stop on us, but I think we never lost the hope, and we still are going on and on. And I really, really want to thank all the members of previous ENACTUS team, Anuj, Pragya, Anchal, Shobh, and each and everyone else who was on the team. And I think I really want to thank all our partners, collaborators, all our members right now who put all their work on the website, on the newsletter, on this particular podcast, especially Shweta, Aditya, and Vaishnavi, Kumar Aditya, Shivam, Rakhi, Vishwakarma, and each and every one who put their effort. Earth as well, because Earth was the vice president. Earth was the president of our previous team, and he kept this team together. And we are here at this particular platform that we are launching not just one, not just two, the three embarkable things in Actors Gemtech. And I think this day will be counted as one of the best day in Actors Gemtech history. I really wanna add and I really wanna thank James Greater Noida, our faculty advisor Namita ma'am, who always supported us in no matter way, always fought for us from the college and make things possible which were not at all possible for us. And thanks in Actors India for making us a part of this journey and helping us in each and every way possible. Thank you everyone for watching right now. We will be back soon with a new episode in few days. Bye bye. Thank you so much,
Bye.
Otis. Bye-bye. Yep, it's ended. Thank you so much.